Hey everybody, welcome to Medling World. We're heading, well, Jake and I are heading right over to Gideon's Bakehouse. We got to try the cookie of the month, guys.
Yeah.
Come on in, check it out.
Hope it tastes good.
Me too. So guys, as Jake and I are on our way over to Gideon's, I wanted to give you a little bit, yep, Jake definitely with us in the house, guys. Want to give you a little bit of information about Gideon's, but before we do that, I want to thank everybody for watching Medling World. Please take a moment, subscribe to Medling World if you haven't yet. Please help support our channel. So Gideon's Bakehouse sometimes has a tendency to get very, very busy. When that happens, they form what they call a virtual queue. So you would go and they text you a time to come back. So that can vary anywhere between 30 minutes to 3.5 hours. It is Saturday and it's about noon. So we're right on that borderline of virtual queue time. So let's see what happens with that. We're gonna talk all about the cookie. We're gonna show you inside Gideon's. We're gonna rate the cookie, but very important to know that if you are coming down here and your intention really is just to go to Gideon's, I suggest coming right in the morning when they open. I believe they do open at, I want to say 10 or 11 a.m. It varies. You can check the website for the official time. So we are making our way, and still here noontime at Disney Springs. Not very busy at all yet. This will be packed with people in another couple hours on a weekend. So let's find out about virtual queue. Or are we able to just wait in line? I prefer just waiting in line and going in, maybe because I'm vlogging it and it's just easier for me. But again, you decide. If you're coming down, you're gonna hang out for a few hours, then the virtual queue may be good for you. If you're coming down just for the purpose of going to Gideon's, try to get here when it opens. Let's go find out how the line is. As you can see already, well, first, this is where you go to get your virtual queue. So there is a virtual queue. And it's 3.5 hours already and it's only noon. So that's why I was explaining to you in the beginning of the vlog, kind of weigh your options. And a good thing for us is we live 10 minutes away. So we're actually gonna go home, we're gonna eat lunch, and we'll come back. But you can see already the line, and that's actually the virtual queue line. So what happens is, well, it'll probably be, they probably just started it, but when you come back, friends of Medling World, we always love our friends. What'll happen is when you come back, that line will be, it'll probably be a little bit shorter. But we're gonna come back 3.5 hours, so around 3:30-ish. And then maybe Roberta will join us. Let me see, because she's working till noon, so she's just getting out, so she may be a little bit tired. She might take a nap or not, but if not, I definitely will come back. We'll see if Jake wants to join us, but let's see. We'll be back in a little bit, and we're gonna show you the cookie. And you'll have to wait till I come back to reveal the cookie. So in vlog time, that's 2 seconds for us. Lunch, drive back home, 3.5 hours, right, Jake?
Yes.
We'll be back. That's what happens. Virtual queues. So Jake, we're back.
In 3.5 hours, but 2 seconds for that.
Just what Jay said. Yes, it is 3.5 hours later. It is actually 3:30. We were here at noon, and they called us back. Actually, they called us back about 3. Then we headed out and got here, but now it's about 3:30. So guys, what we're gonna do, as remember I was telling you, there's still a little bit of a queue after you check in.
Okay.
We're gonna check in and then wait in that queue again, and then get our cookie. We'll tell you about the cookie though. We have our, each month's kind of cool because they give you this little menu card. And this is the one for June. And every month there's a different little monster guy on there, I like to call him. But you can see what that is, right? Can you figure that out? That is a turtle. So this month's featured cookie is the turtle cookie, is what they're calling it. And this cookie is made from chocolate, homemade caramel that they make right here at Gideon's. It also has candied pecans and a little bit of sea salt. So we're looking forward to try it, guys. All kinds of different other things they have here too. Jake, little rain, huh? Jake did time it for us. It was 3:37. It's now 3:51, and we're getting ready. We're about the next people to go in. So yes, there's a long wait between the virtual queue and then standing and waiting, but there's a reason for it, guys. These are the best cookies. They have cold brew, they have cakes, and it's absolutely awesome. Like, it's the best. These are the best cookies I've ever had in my life. So let's hope the sea turtle cookie, Jake, is right up there and meets the standard. We're inside, and the theming in Gideon's is a haunted Victorian style era bookstore. So you can kind of see all the books back there, and like the cobwebs on the lighting, all the cool artwork all around. So, and then once you get inside, there is another queue. But believe me, if you really do want something awesome, awesome cookies, awesome cold brew beverage, this is where you want to come. This, like I said, if you get here really early in the morning, first thing you do, you can get right in. I'll show you some of the cookies and the cakes once we get up to the counter. You can have a look there. If you zoom in, you can see the menu. But the cookies are $6. The cake slices are $9. And they also have the cold brews. I'm looking $6 for the cold brews. So, not crazy expensive. The cookies are half-pound cookies too. So, usually Jake, Roberta, and I, three of us can share a whole cookie. But Jake and I get to eat the whole thing today. So, I can't wait to try this cookie and review it. I do apologize. It's so dark in here, guys. But this is the sea turtle cookie here. And this one here is the chocolate chip banana bread. Here you have the original chocolate chip. Coffee cake cookie and pistachio toffee chocolate chip. This one's actually my favorite. And also the cake slices. You can see how big the slices are. There's a pride cake right there, guys. Rainbow crunch cake, they're calling it. And I'm not sure, this is the special limited edition cake. Not quite sure what it is. And then carrot cake right over there. Jake, I think it took longer inside the queue than it did outside. What happens is, right, if you get a nice big group of people that have never been in there, oh, they get all excited, they want to start buying everything. So you have to have some patience with Gideons, especially on a weekend. Usually, guys, if we come during the weekdays, it's a much smoother process, but today has just been very, very long. So we're gonna try to find a little spot. We got the goods. We gotta review this cookie for you guys. Let's find a spot to sit. There it is, guys, the sea turtle cookie. Look at those big pecans on there, Jake. That looks amazing. I can see some of the sea salt, of course the chocolate chips, and again, that homemade caramel in there. Jake says he wants honors, and go ahead, Jake. Let's see what you think of the sea turtle cookie as Jake takes a nice big bite. See what he says. But first, I wanted to let you know there's also part of the proceeds from buying this cookie go to the Florida Sea Turtle Conservation Fund. So part of the money will go to that conservation right here in Florida.
It's
Jake,
good. It's really good.
what do you? Give us a little bit more of it's good, really good.
The chocolate's not overpowering. It's smooth. You can taste the caramel and the sea salt. You can get in there too. It's an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. I can't wait to try this. So you heard Jake's explanation. I'm going right in right now, guys. Let's just keep it rolling here on Medling World. As Jake takes another bite. Now, I'm not crazy about it. I think I need another bite to process it. The one thing I usually love about Gideon's is just like, you get this awesome flavor of a cookie. This one just, I don't know, I need another bite, guys. Hang on a minute, let me try another bite. So guys, I've decided, I put a big pecan on the edge. I'm gonna try to go in. The first bite, it just tasted like a lot of dough. It just tasted like very, very doughy cookie. Let me try it again.
It's not ice.
All right, guys, maybe I just overhyped myself for the cookie, but before I get into what I think of the cookie, I'm just gonna say, to me, it's probably the least favorite cookie of the month I've ever had at Gideon's. I don't know, it's just a 7 to me. It's just an average cookie. I kind of wish we would have got a couple cookies instead, so I could have had another option. But to me, Jake liked it better than me. To me, it was just a lot of dough, a lot of cookie dough. It just kind of tasted like a chocolate chip cookie to me. Nothing really, those other flavors didn't stand out. Even when I took that big pecan, the candied pecan, it didn't like, oh yeah, I can taste it, oh it's good. It just seems like there's so much dough in it, cookie dough, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. It's still an average cookie, but for Gideon's, it's only a 7 because I did get a little bit of the sea salt taste, which I like, but I didn't really get a lot of caramel. I didn't get a lot of the candied pecans. Maybe if they made the pecans a little smaller and spread them out a little bit more like the chocolate chips. So that's my opinion. To me, it's just an average cookie. I would suggest going with something else this month. But hey, if you've tried it, let me know in the comments. We usually like to highlight the cookie of the month because that's the one that people like to come down and try, especially if you're local as well and you come often. So thank you so much for watching Medling World. Just an average cookie for me. Jake liked it much better. Just please take a moment, subscribe to Medling World if you haven't yet. Thank you to our Patreons. And last but not least, see ya!